It is bad news for the WNBA that she's not continuing to play.
W thinks that they don't have to pay us more. Commissioner talked about us being able to make $700,000. That's not true at all.
Diana Taurasi played in Russia and did not play in the WNBA.
At the moment, this is highly important WNBA news. Caitlyn Clark, one of the league's biggest talents, has made her shocking decision to quit the WNBA and pursue her career overseas official.
The sellouts. Caitlyn asked the WNBA if they would pay spot bonuses to the away team players.
Although no one saw this coming, it actually starts to make a lot of sense when we look at the reasons for her decision.
Our biggest star in the league, Caitlyn Clark, is only making a base salary of around $76,000.
In today's video, we go deeper into Caitlyn Clark's choice to leave and join the European League, considering her pitiful salary that is insignificant when compared to NBA players' earnings.
NBA players make millions and millions of dollars. Victor Wembanyama, rookie salary, which was around $55 million for 4 years. And then you look at Caitlyn Clark's $338,000 salary that she signed for 4 years. It's around 162 times more that Victor made than Kate.
We're talking about a wide range of issues, including racial prejudice, unfair refereeing, and the league's ongoing issues with her treatment.
Caitlyn Clark was the solution for so many things, but so many players, coaches are also painting her out to be the problem. There was all of this just nonsense about things that Caitlyn was doing wrong when, in my personal opinion, she was doing nothing but going out there and playing great basketball every night and ignoring the hate that was coming to her from all sides. She was getting all of that, yet all of these eyeballs were coming to the league because of her.
We'll also talk about how, despite the fact that Caitlyn still doesn't get the credit she deserves, her presence alone has been the main driver of the WNBA's current excitement.
Caitlyn Clark came in and made such an impact on how many people started to care about the WNBA. This was the highest viewed season in the history of the league.
In order for you to understand how ridiculous this situation is, we will compare incomes and analyze the data. Things are going to get serious, so hold on tight. Let's begin with Caitlyn Clark's primary motivation for leaving the WNBA, the pay disparity.
Foreign player Gabby Williams warned the WNBA, if you want to keep international players, you need to do better.
W thinks that they don't have to pay us more in order for us to be here. And I think I didn't express that when I first talked about prioritization. You know, our commissioner talked about us being able to make $700,000. That's not true at all. There's not one player who makes that. We were promised, team marketing agreements and league marketing agreements, but they've fallen quite short. So it's still not enough for us international players to want to stay here. And that's a choice of the players. If I make a choice to make more money and whatever, and then teams are mad that I don't come back, but that's how it is. So yes, it just, the WNBA, if you want us to be here, you have to pay us more. It's business, it's how it works, and that's all that.
From the sounds of this interview, it seems like she's probably going to make more money overseas in EuroLeague than she did during this WNBA season.
The fact that WNBA players make far less money than their NBA counterparts is commonly acknowledged. The average WNBA player wage is extremely low compared to the millions of dollars earned by NBA players each season. The compensation isn't commensurate with Caitlyn's talent level or the publicity she has garnered for the league.
Diana Taurasi played in Russia and did not play in the WNBA. Russia paid Diana Taurasi $1.5 million salary to play in Russia. The WNBA, the highest salary in the league, was $107,000. So obviously that's a huge jump.
The fact that Caitlyn has been serving as a WNBA gamer. Even more infuriating is the fact that we're discussing sold-out arenas, thousands of new fans, and rising viewership.
Highest paid player in the WNBA currently makes a little over $200,000 in salary. I don't know what the WNBA does with their marketing.
Check out what Allison Barber, the president of the Indiana Fever, stated. When Caitlyn played away games, Athens was crowded, selling out tickets and even having standing room only.
Here's all you need to know about Caitlyn Clark. When we would go to away games, they always sold out. It's unbelievable. So Atlanta would normally have 3,000, 4,000 people. Now they have 17,000 people, and they sold 1,000 standing room only tickets. So when we walked into the arena, people were on that third balcony looking down at the tops of our players' heads to watch. It's really hard to take in. After a few away games, and all of the sellouts, Caitlyn asked the WNBA if they would pay spot bonuses to the away team players. She said,
wow.
We're making all this new revenue, and I would like the away team to benefit from that. Could they get a spot bonus? So that's the heart of Caitlyn.
The Faversa road games seemed like home games because of the large number of Caitlyn Clark supporters in the stands. Caitlyn and other WNBA players, however, are not benefiting monetarily from their efforts in spite of this.
Caitlyn's rookie salary is a little over $300,000 for 4 years, and that's all that she's going to make in the WNBA. Now, I feel like there could be a team overseas who would love to snatch Caitlyn Clark away from us and give her a crazy offer. I mean, Ice Cube was about to give her $5 million to play in less than 10 games in the Big Three.
WNBA athletes like Caitlyn, who brings in a ton of money, receive very low compensation compared to NBA players who benefit from massive contracts. Caitlyn made a special effort to encourage spot bonuses for players on the opposing side after realizing how much money her games were making. However, such bonuses were not granted according to the WNBA's existing CBA. Caitlyn is not the type of person who would tolerate that.
Money is there, and if these owners are smart with it, I could definitely see more WNBA players going overseas and possibly not return.
It is understandable that Caitlyn is looking for a league where her skill can be adequately paid in light of everything mentioned above. Players in the European League receive better treatment overall, more respect, and larger compensation. Things that Caitlyn Clark is well deserving of. It's not all about the cash. The goal is to feel valued for the contribution she has made. Additionally, the WNBA does not yet offer that.
Caitlyn was still advocating for players on the other team to get bonuses because she saw the kind of money and eyeballs and viewership that all of this was generating.
Caitlyn Clark's decision to leave the WNBA was also significantly influenced by the racial dynamics that existed inside the league throughout the season. Caitlyn had to contend with players and coaches who appeared to unfairly single her out, in addition to the scathing comments she received from fans.
This season has been nothing short of a mess. It has been so unprofessional, and they need to step it up, and they need to step it up quick.
She was usually presented as the problem rather than the answer to the league's issues, despite her remarkable skills and achievements.
The NBA in 2022 made around $10 billion in revenue. That is about 166 times the amount of money that the WNBA made.
This brings up an important point. Caitlyn is the object of prejudice. Throughout the season, referees have routinely ignored fouls against black players while severely disciplining Caitlyn and her teammates, seemingly favoring them. Any player may find this unfair treatment discouraging, but someone who has been scrutinized like Caitlyn may find it especially so.
Caitlyn Clark is just such a class act. She was incredible, breaking all types of records, and that's something she was certainly proud of. We saw lots of smiles on the court.
Caitlyn is the face right now, and that's also good. Like, she's selling out gyms, of course. Like, why would you hate against that?
We saw dirty play after dirty play on Caitlyn Clark, and still, she just handled every single situation with the highest levels of dignity.
She felt even more frustrated and alone when she showed off her talent the next evening because it seemed like the system was working against her.
WNBA players and their pretend friends in the mainstream media, they have done everything they can to diminish the impact of Caitlyn Clark. They tried to convince us that there are other players in the dump capable of drawing an audience. They tried to convince us that other players deserve the spotlight.
Caitlyn's wish to play somewhere else, where she can show off her abilities without fear of bias influencing her performance, would only intensify if she believed that refereeing biases were influencing her games and that she was being unfairly singled out. Players like Gabby Williams have publicly criticized the WNBA's disarray and amateurish ISM, emphasizing the instability and controversy that characterized the season.
The Atlanta Dreamers said, "This is our league. all those people who have been saying, this is our league, they can't sell out playoff games.
I don't think the WNBA is ready for this type of attention that she's bringing. Racism. Everybody's talking about enough with the racist BS. She's nasty. She knows how to ball. Everybody else is jealous. They're pissed off because she's getting this, like, it's ridiculous. And we're never going to advance as a species, and we're never, if he keeps having that type of attitude. It's ridiculous. It's like, what? Everything has to go back to race? Everything has to keep going back to race. She's really good. Let it be that. And the other players should shut the hell up. Like, nobody was talking about your league. Nobody cared about the WNBA until that girl, Caitlyn Clark, I don't care what color she is, she's ridiculous, she's nasty, and now people are watching, and you guys are talking shit about her. She should leave. She should have got those other contracts. Where does she have a contract to go somewhere else?
Big three.
She should have gone to the big three. To hell with the WNBA. They're nothing. They're no.
Caitlyn is able to escape the demanding atmosphere of Europe, find a more fair playing field, and focus on her game without having to continuously prove herself in front of perceived biases by opting to play in the European League.
A league with players that feel like they should be getting the attention. Now they have center stage, but the ratings are going to go down. Are they going to be pointing fingers and blaming Indiana Fever fans and Caitlyn Clark fans whenever the ratings don't stay the same?
Playing in a league that acknowledges her skills without the added difficulties of ethnic dynamics may be quite tempting. Caitlyn Clark Day regrettably has the chance to play in an environment that fosters her growth as a player, which she deserves due to the WNBA's current state.
Hey, look at the numbers everywhere else across women's basketball. It's not just Caitlyn Clark, it's all of us. And then the moment the ratings tank, they're going to come back and say, see, we were right all along. It's all the racists that follow Caitlyn Clark that were watching the product, and now they're gone, and we're back with our diehards. It is bad news for the WNBA that she's not continuing to play.
One of the most evident reasons for Caitlyn Clark's decision to switch from the WNBA to the European League was the significant salary difference. Despite her exceptional talent and the league's attention she draws, Caitlyn has had to face the harsh reality that her earnings in the WNBA are far lower than what she could earn working overseas.
Most points by a point guard in a season in WNBA history. Most double-doubles by a rookie guard in WNBA history. Most points by a rookie in WNBA history. Most assists by a rookie in the history of the WNBA. First WNBA rookie to record 2 triple-doubles. First triple-double by a rookie in WNBA history. First triple-double in Fever history. The first player to be named WNBA Player of the Month and Rookie of the Month in the same month. First player in WNBA history with 20 or more points, 15 or more assists, and 5 or more rebounds in a game. She won Rookie of the Month 4 times, Eastern Conference Player of the Week 3 times, single season rookie record for assists, single season rookie record for 3-pointers, single game record for assists 19, franchise record for most double-doubles, 3-pointers, career 10 or more assists in a game, franchise record for most career 10 or more assists in a game. Fastest WNBA player to reach 100 3-pointers. She did it in 34 games, most assists by a rookie in a WNBA All-Star game for which she received the most fan votes ever, 700,000 of those. Fastest player to reach 350 points and 150 assists to start a season regardless of years in the league. People will say, pay more attention to the other folks. Like, she couldn't do it herself. You know, LeBron has teammates, Jordan had teammates. I understand.
Let's examine the figures. The average season salary for WNBA players is between $120,000 and $300,000, with top players earning between $200,000 and $300,000. Players in European leagues, on the other hand, are paid far more. Top European players, for instance, can earn up to $1 million a season, and according to some sources, depending on their marketability and performance, some stars may be able to fetch even higher prices. Caitlyn and many others find it challenging to rationalize staying in a league that undervalues their talents because of this glaring financial incentive.
Caitlyn Clark has been the best thing, the most dominant thing to happen to the WNBA ever. Remember, there's been good players come out of college, but nobody really cared. We'd seen it. Nobody really cared.
Additionally, as shown by the statistics on the number of people seeing my video, Caitlyn's performances have contributed significantly to the WNBA's unprecedented growth and viewing. If you're tired of the WNBA protecting dirty plays while turning their backs on Caitlyn Clark, hit that like button, smash subscribe to WNBA Insider, and turn on notifications. We're not just following the game, we're holding the league accountable. Stay locked in. The story isn't over.